Today's Sunday. And if you know, if you're Asian and you know, Sunday means dim sum day. Sunday brunch time. It's not really brunch to be honest, but right now I got some dim sum. I just gotta show you. So I got hakao. This is like a shrimp dumpling. They're kind of all shrimp dumplings, but hakao right here. Oh man, I haven't had dim sum in the longest time. Typically, when you go to dim sum, there's like those like Asian ladies with the carts. Oh, and then I got some pork dumplings. Basically, the pork version of hakao. I got simai. If you don't know what simai is my favorite dim sum. It is basically pork and shrimp. Oh snap! Sorry about that. But simai right here. Oh, and then obviously got some dumplings. So maybe save those dumplings for later. But let's dig into this. Let's start with the simai today. We're gonna start with the simai today. This is Jade Garden down in International District. Small local business, family owned. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, ready? Man, if you don't know what dim sum is, basically it is a Chinese tea time, Chinese brunch, where you and a group go to a restaurant, typically, sit down, and these ladies with like a bunch of like different meals, pastries, sweets, food, walk around in carts, and they deliver food to everyone, and you kind of just pick and choose what you want. Each plate comes in about like portions of 3 or 4. This is like a really good thing to do if you have like a big group with friends. Personally, no one really goes alone because it's actually kind of expensive. For example, for a portion of 4, this one thing probably costs about $5-7 bucks. So altogether, I think I only got, let's see, 2, 4, 6 items, and each one, like the total is about $5 bucks or $30 total. So this is actually a lot cheaper than I was expecting, because I actually tipped quite a bit because we're in a pandemic. And if you're gonna go out and eat, especially local small run businesses, I personally believe try to tip, but optional. We're gonna try. This is something I haven't tried yet. I think this isn't in a typical place, but this is the pork version of hakao. Got sauce on my mic. Be right back. What did I do? No. Now it's gonna be sticky. Alright, I have some wipes that I gotta just wipe later. But that pork, I'll show you guys again one more time. This pork sausage right here, that's cabbage that's stuck to it. Not that good, honestly. If you don't know what to get, if this is your first time at dim sum, I always suggest this simai and hakao. You can never go wrong with simai and hakao. And people, so here's the hakao. This is basically a ground shrimp in a rice wrapper. Oh man, look at that. Oof. This is what love looks like. Bless up Jade Garden. You hear this? Hear this noise? But yeah, so typically, if you go to a big party, you can actually fill up on a lot of this. The food's relatively like it's fast food too, fast. Where if you're like the ladies on carts, they can be men. They just walk around, and whenever you see them, you just call them over, grab the things you want, and then they're on their way, and you eat your food. And if you're still hungry, you grab some more. So it's like kind of like all you can eat, but you're paying for every single item. Typically, I would have tried more, but like their menu was kind of small, but not really small. But like for me, I'm a very visual person, so them carrying it around the carts actually really does help versus the fact that that I was just looking at a piece of paper and trying to choose the items I knew. Very different. Man, might just kill these off because the other two so good. I'll try the dumpling last. I always get dumplings. I always end it with dumplings. Typically, if you go to a party of 5, my family, we kind of eat a lot. So we usually end up always spending like 100 to 200. See, just me alone, I'm spent 30. So imagine 30. And this is like small, like how many items I've gotten. But imagine how much I got, but times like 4 more people, so 150 right there. And fun fact, like people eat this with soy sauce or the chili sauce that they gave me, but I'm actually not a personal fan of having sauces for my dim sum or like a lot of my food in general. Very rare. Like I prefer eating plain, what's that thing called, French fries. I like chicken nugget, like any like kind of proteins like that, like chicken nuggets. I'll eat with sauce because I think it just kind of tastes better, but nothing wrong with just eating chicken nuggets plain. But yeah, like I've never been like a big sauce guy. You see how like I'm eating this? I'm also like a one biter type of person. Like these, personally to me, they're bite sized. A lot of people there aren't, but I just think eating it all in one go, not only is it easier, but for me, I think it tastes better because you get like every single ounce of it. Oh man, this hack cow is actually like, normally I'm a semi guy over a hack cow guy, but man, this hack cow is pretty good. It might have been just because I haven't had dim sum since I moved up, so November. And since moving up, I'm actually kind of full already. Like, I didn't eat lunch. I did kind of have breakfast. But like, I'm always in the moment hungry, but when I wait a while, then it just kind of fades. That's kind of a bad habit of mine. So like, that's why I force myself to eat routinely. But yeah, today, since I only worked at 5, I didn't bring a lunch or anything. And I was actually just gonna go home and eat the food that I made the other day, but I'm actually trying to ration it out where I'm gonna eat the meal that I would have ate at work tonight, and tomorrow I'll eat the last of my protein, and then because I worked every single day this week, so and I kind of just don't want to cook, so it's just me being lazy. So I should have enough food to last me until Friday? Maybe? But this, if you're not a big fan of Asian food, honestly, I'd say like this is a very good mid-level of eating Asian food that's not common. Like I think like out of like meals with like rice, noodles, ramen, all that sort of stuff, this would be a good like next level versus like Peking duck, random, just like I think there's tiers to everything in like Asian food, but I think this is like very good mid tier if you want to try like more authentic Asian food, a good variety of it, but not like too insane where you're like this is gross or I'm too intimidated to eat this. Like this is just basically dumplings and different types of sauce, like sausage. Yeah, honestly I am kind of full. Might save this for later. I'm just finishing up this pork one because I don't really like it. Still good, just not my favorite. Like I'm telling you, once you get on this Mai and Hakao, everything else is trash. Garbage. There's actually another one that's actually really good. Dumplings like stuck in my teeth. Pro con of eating all in one bite. The negative is there is what was I saying? Oh, the one that I really like. It's my sister's favorite. But the reason I don't get it is because it's kind of something you have to eat fresh, and then they use like a different type of soy sauce, but it is still soy sauce. It's just a lot sweeter, and you want like that to like the freshness of it is what makes it. Like when you eat it like bringing it home, it's not the same because the sauce isn't warm. Like everything's just kind of lukewarm. Oh, well. I'm gonna save this and this one for later. Man, I haven't had this in so long. Parts of it is definitely nostalgic factor, and I don't know if it's like, cause some places just some places make everything in-house. I feel like this might be an in-house place. Back in Utah, there used to be a place called Ho Ho. It's still there, but then that place used to do it in-house. Then this new place opened up called Red Maple, and they used to do it in-house. But like, you know, when demand's not high or like you're just trying to profit, you start like cheating. So I think a lot of like some of their stuff just became frozen foods. Like frozen version of this. You can go actually to the supermarket and buy a lot of this stuff. Probably not this size. Portions a lot smaller. Like my family's definitely just bought like to-go ones to eat when we're like craving this, but we don't want to pay like insane prices. Not the same at all. Because a lot of dim sum, so dim sum's a lot of like steamed food. So all the dumplings I showed you today, they're all steamed. That's how a lot of the cooking's made. Maybe all, I don't think all of it, but a lot of it. But yeah, so, but authenticity back in Utah, like this, the quality used to be there, but now it's not. But very nostalgic. This is like childhood. Every single Sunday after church, we used to go. The only reason I went to church. Okay. We're gonna finish this off with stuff you guys know. Some dumpling. Some panda. Kung Fu Panda dumpling type of stuff. Okay, we're only getting one. Because I can't eat as much as I used to. That's kind of sad. Like, man, back in the day, I could eat. I used to actually want to be a competitive eater. If you're an OG, I used to. Okay, this is a off tangent. Here, let me show you the dumpling. Let me start eating the dumpling. So, back in the day, back in sophomore year of high school, I wanted to be a competitive food eater. So I would watch videos of people competitively eating. I would watch tricks and tips and tricks on how to competitively eat. And I was getting pretty good, so I would used to make these insane sandwiches, and I would have water next to me, and I would just practice. And I used to meet my friends. Like, for example, In-N-Out. If you know what In-N-Out is, it's a burger joint, but you can actually change the menu by saying 2x2, 3x3, 4x4, which would be 4 patties, 4 cheeses, 2 patties, etc. And my record was a 3x3 in 15 seconds. It's probably not that fast to a lot of people, in the food competitive eating, but I thought that was really fast for eating about this big of a burger, in 15 seconds. But the reason, okay, wait, let's look at this real quick. Ready? We're gonna, oh, look at that. If this is what being in love is like, I'm for it. If not, just let me eat my dumpling in peace. Look at that. But the reason I stopped was because one day I used to make these insane sandwiches to practice, right? And one day, one of the pieces, because it's kind of gross. This might be gross to talk about while eating, but I don't really get grossed out where I stop eating. But when you eat, for example, I have food in my mouth, right? So when you competitively eat, what you're basically doing is you're not really chewing, you're just pushing food down your esophagus. So I take a bite, take another bite, drink water, take another bite. So basically you're just the water lubricates, yeah, I guess. Yeah. The water pushes it down, and then the more food pushes it down faster. So I used to do that, right? But one of the times when I was practicing, I actually got too big of a bite where it got stuck right here, and literally if I opened my mouth, you would just see a giant piece of sandwich, and I was choking, and not my eyes flashed before my eyes, but I remember I was fuck, I knew I fucked up, and drinking water wouldn't help because your throat's only so big, and then the food was just the water was just trying to seep through, and I remember that fucked me up more. And then so I literally had to stab inside my mouth and just yank it out. It was so gross, but after that I was all right, maybe this lifestyle is not for me, and I gave up on my dreams. So if you learn anything from this mukbang, is sometimes chasing your dreams might kill you. So sometimes it's not worth being chased. I don't even know if that makes sense. But in all seriousness, it was fun. I really enjoyed doing that. And these mukbangs don't really have a purpose. There's no real, I'm just eating for fun. If anyone watches this and actually enjoys it, cool. But these are good videos to make because basically it's better than just eating in silence in my room alone, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. If you like this, you can like, subscribe, comment if you really want. But everything, like always, is optional. Yeah.